Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. We are back working on the BMW E60 today. Before we get into the video though, if you could just give this video a thumbs up, that would help me out a lot and I would greatly appreciate it. I'm actually not too sure how today's video is going to go, but I'll briefly just summarize the problem that I'm having at the moment. So whenever I'm driving, and it's not all the time, it's only every few times of doing so, when I push down the clutch pedal, I seem to get a little bit of a squeak. Now at first I thought it was something in the steering rack, or in the steering column I should say, because I noticed it when I was turning, but I think I was just maybe putting down the clutch at the same time as turning, so maybe it was just a just a coincidence. And but no, I've definitely checked and it is something to do with the clutch. I'm hoping it's something to do with the clutch pedal, not the clutch disc itself. But yeah, I think we'll get outside, we'll get in the car, I'll show you what the problem looks like, and then we'll try and find a way how to fix it. So without further ado, let's get outside and let's get cracking. Okay then, so here we are down at the pedals then, and if you have an automatic, you're probably like, what the hell is this? This is the clutch pedal. Now, I've actually just tried to, replicate the noise that I am having occur on a kind of infrequent basis, but I'm trying to push it down and I'm really not getting the squeak. And it tends to be at the top of the brake pedal when I get it. So it's quite strange how it's not occurring now. Hear that? There you go, it's doing it all the time now. See, it's only kind of at the top of the pedal. It's not right down. Okay then, so from that squeak, I'm thinking that it's something to do with the clutch pedal itself, or something on the pedal box. I don't think it's something to do with the, with the clutch disc or the clutch assembly itself. So I think what I'm going to do is remove this trim panel underneath here, because obviously we can't see the, can't actually see the pedal box. So I think it's just held in by a bunch of Phillips screws. So there's one there. There is a couple up here, but I don't think I'm going to have to remove them, am I? Oh, maybe I am. Oh yeah, I think it's just one big trim piece, isn't it? So yeah, so one there, one there, one there, one there, and I think that's about it. So let's get them all out, and then we should be able to have access then. There's one, there's two, three, here's a fourth one, but it doesn't seem like it wants to come out, so I'm just going to give this a good pull down. Ah, there is another one. This one's hidden. Okay, and so we got this trim panel down. As you can see, it's held in by these two clips underneath the steering column, and we actually have a couple of connectors. Obviously this is going to depend on spec. It's quite a high spec, so we have a speaker under here, and we also have this little light as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect these two connectors, and then this trim panel should then slide out. And now that we have both of these electrical connectors disconnected, this whole entire trim piece should now just pull forward, I think. Yep. Okay then, so here is how we're looking under here. Actually looks surprisingly clean, There's a little bit of dust, which I will give a good hoover out while the trim piece is removed, but everything else looks fairly clean and new. But I think if we go ahead and step on the clutch pedal again, we can hopefully try and determine what is actually making the squeaking noise. And then my plan is to try and grease up whatever that is. Doesn't seem to want to do it at the moment. Okay then, so for whatever reason, now that the trim piece is off, I can't seem to replicate the noise. Now, I can't imagine it being an issue with the trim piece. You know, I guess it could be the case, but I really thought it would be something to do with the spring on the clutch pedal. That was my initial thought. So I think what I'm going to do is take it for a test drive now and see if we can try and replicate that same noise. And then obviously if we can, we know it's nothing to do with the trim panel. And then I think what I'm going to do is bring it back and then give everything a good grease up anyway. So I'm going to try and place you down at my feet. And then hopefully we can try and see where any noise is coming from. Okay, so just got back from the drive. I couldn't hear anything while I was driving, but I've just went and tried it now, and what do you know? Hear that? So to me, that kind of sounds as if the squeak is coming from here, not from this spring where I initially thought it would be coming from. So I think I'm going to give that a good grease up and then see where we're at. Okay, so here what we have is some lithium grease. Now this is ideal for this kind of thing, so what I'm going to do is spray some of this right up in there and then push the clutch pedal down a few times just to really get it in there. Good. Okay then, so as you can see, made a little bit of a mess under here now, but actually went ahead and sprayed some of that lithium grease onto the spring as well, and obviously we have the grease already on here, and then took it for a test drive, and now pretty much for the most part it seems like the squeak has gone, especially at the top of the pedal, which was where I had it before. I mean, if we push it down all of the way, we still do get a little bit of a creaking. But that's more at the bottom of the pedal now, and I think that may be normal. Don't know if that's just the spring, you know. I don't know if that's the spring just spreading out or what, but yeah. It's definitely a lot better than what it was. But yeah, like I said, I just took it for a drive and I could not hear a thing at all. So I'm just going to give this area a little bit of a clean up. Just give it a little bit of a vacuum as well. And then we'll go ahead and reinstall the trim piece. And then I'm going to call this a job done. There we go then, just gave it a quick vacuum clean out. Now we can reinstall the trim panel in place. There we go then, that's the trim pieces put back in place, secured by all of the Phillips screws. Okay then, so that is another job done on the BMW E65 series. I'm just glad that that squeak has stopped now. Obviously, like I said, you know, there is a little bit of a creak right down low on the clutch pedal, but I don't even notice this when I'm driving. I don't even know if it does happen when I am driving. But yeah, like before, every, I guess, 3rd or 4th time that I was to push down on the clutch pedal, I'll just get that annoying squeak, and now that's gone. So I really can't complain, I guess. This video, you know, it's nothing special. You know, I'm sorry that we haven't came into a much bigger problem. But it is what it is. I hope it has been somewhat helpful to some people out there. You know, if you do have some squeaky clutch pedals or even brake pedals, it's definitely worth you know, trying to get a closer look and making sure everything is lubricated properly. It's worth having some of that lithium grease on hand if you do want to get some. I'll just leave a link in the description box below for that. But yeah, we're getting pretty close now with the E60. We're getting pretty close to finishing the thing off. Obviously we have you know, a few little small minor issues, a few little you know, interior parts that I do want to buy for it, just to really make it complete, to make it, you know, exactly how I want it, the condition that I want it in. And then we do have the big issue with the clunk. Yes, I'm still having the clunk from the rear end somewhere. Obviously we've changed out the rear subframe bushes, we've changed the trailing arm bushes, and we've done the guibo and the center support bearing on the prop shaft. So I have a feeling that it's got to be to do with the differential now. I have a feeling that the differential just needs rebuilding. So I probably am going to be doing that at some point, and maybe I won't do it myself. Maybe I'll just take it to a specialist to get done. I don't really know yet, but yeah, I just thought I'd update you guys on what's going on with the E60. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. Like I said, please give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!